Griezmann to lead the line. Carrasco might drop a little bit deeper, but tell you what, there's a tremendous amount of pace in that Atletico attack. They'll be looking to punish Barca for any defensive lapses. Barcelona getting things going in their traditional Blaugrana, kicking from left to right across your screen. My name's Paul Giblin. I'll be with you for this 90 minutes, which promises to be absolutely fascinating in the Camp Nou. First foul of the game. Neymar goes down. He's been subject of a little bit of controversy over the last few days after he's been accused basically of provoking rivals into having a bit of a kick at him because he does a little bit too much showboating. Believe it or not, former Barca and Real Madrid player Michael Laudrup even made that comment, bearing in mind that Laudrup was a player who knew how to play the ball rather nicely himself. He gives a bit of weight to the accusations, maybe been a robust central defender saying he provokes us, might not have been taken quite so seriously. Here's Juanfran. Interesting, Atletico haven't won in the Camp Nou in 10 seasons, but we should not forget that last season they knocked Barcelona out of the Champions League. They lost 2-1 here, but they won 1-0 in the Vicente Calderón on their way to that painful defeat to Real Madrid on penalties. And in the last 4 visits to the Camp Nou, Atletico have actually taken the lead before succumbing. Other results in today, Celta Vigo claiming their first win of the season, 2-1 home Sporting Gijón. Wheels maybe just coming off Sporting ever so slightly. Iago Aspas scoring a decisive penalty at the end. And here Barcelona on the ball, Rakitic. There is Neymar. Finds Luis Suarez, looks to chest the ball down. Suarez, it comes back to Andres Iniesta. Messi controls. Got Sergio Roberto outside him, comes back to Leo Messi. Shots blocked by Koke. First danger from Barca there. Iniesta. So Real Madrid's failure to beat Villarreal also means that they'd failed to beat Barcelona's record of 16 consecutive wins in the Primera Liga. They both stick on that total. Busky putting pen to paper tomorrow, and depending where you are in the world, on Thursday to keep him at Barcelona until the year 2021. Here's Carrasco, skips past Piqué. So far this season. Not his best clearance, and then gifts a throw into Barcelona. And it's with the Croatian. Additional lineup and tactics as well. They made some interesting changes, Luis Enrique, for the win against Leganés. 5-1, but maybe a little bit tougher than that final score would have you believe. Playing 3 central defenders and using wing backs, just showing his tactical flexibility there. It was very interesting to see from Barca. Neymar trying to be a little bit too clever there, gives the ball away. And that's going to be a free kick, says Mr. Fernández Borbalán. Suarez, good challenge from Savic, and it's actually a throw-in for the visitors. Stefan Savic, who was displaced Jimenez, Jose Jimenez, in the... I don't know if you ever saw Simeone play. He wasn't exactly a midfielder who took prisoners, I think it would be fair to say. He was asked about Neymar, and he said, well, it's all part of the spectacle. I'm not sure he would have had quite the same view had Neymar played against him. Neymar enjoys himself. He sings, he dances, and he destroys you. He speaks where he has to speak, said Simeone. As said Roberto. Maybe doesn't. And basically, one of the big questions over the last few days, Alex Vidal, who joined Barca from Sevilla a year ago, not even in the squad. Lots of doubts about Vidal at the moment. He's looking for Rakitic, who actually gets ahead on it, but straight into the arms of Jan Oblak. Simeone not happy there that his keeper gave the ball away quite so easily. So Atletico starting the season with 2 draws. 1-1 at home to Alaves. A strange game where both goals came in at injury time at the end of the match. They then drew 0-0 away to Leganés, but then any rumours of their demise have been quickly scotched. 4-0 win away to Celta Vigo. 1-0 win away to PSV Eindhoven. A little bit fortunate in the Champions League, but a big win for them. And 5-0 against Sporting on Saturday game. They were winning 2-0 after 5 minutes, and where they were led by an outstanding performance by Antoine Griezmann. It's Barca still. Sergio Roberto. Good movement from Neymar, forcing another corner. Go to give Atlético the title. Floats that one. Up, PK gets up. And it's Godin who's down. Let's have a look. Basically, they're closing the door, Godin and Felipe Luis, but certainly uses his forearm, upper arm against Godin. I think that's a correct decision from the referee. Neymar goes down, no complaints. At the moment in Atletico's half, tries to think about a shooting chance, but see how they're drawn up. It's for the Belgian. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. With Andres Iniesta. A little bit short for Rakitic. And it was a little bit late there in the middle of the park on Busquets. A little bit of a push, isn't it, from Carrasco rather than anything particularly malicious. Years old now, Sergio Busquets. Rested the weekend, should be fully fit for this one. As the ball goes back to Oblak, and once again he sends it long. 250 league appearances for Barcelona. He debuted in the 2008-2009 season. Atletico trying to play the ball out, but Neymar again. Still Neymar. But well, it's a game that finishes close to midnight local time here in Barcelona, and clubs finally managed to reach an agreement with the Barcelona Civic Authority to keep the metro open a little bit longer, just so people can get home. Obviously, game's finishing at just before 12. A lot of people don't get onto the metro until 20 past when you think of the queues. 80, 90,000 can just not get home by public transport. And there aren't that many taxis in Barcelona. It's Rakitic. Gets past Godin, but then it was Filipe Luis who is able to recover. Saul Nunez just slows things down, gives it to Yannick Carrasco. There's Griezmann, first time we've mentioned the Frenchman on the ball. Gabi, still a first team regular, the Atletico captain. Certainly in the big games, picks up Koke. And here's Carrasco's a little bit of space. Works a shooting chance and Ter Stegen forced into action. Good save from the German. So Atletico are not wasting any time replying to Messi's early effort. Back at the other end, here's Neymar. Looked for Messi, but he was being well covered by Filipe Luis. Mascherano, Stegen. A couple of errors that have a winger or whatever. That's a good effort from Carrasco. Here's Griezmann. To Gabi. Well, his pressure in attack, and he's got a shooting chance here. Instead he pulls it back. Mascherano gets there. Filipe Luis works the effort. Filipe Luis play from Griezmann. Help win the ball there. Griezmann just pulls the ball back. Good challenge from Mascherano. And the referee helps Filipe Luis. Looking ahead, Barcelona's next game is away to Sporting Gijón. It's on Saturday, and they then travel to play after just before the international break. They play away to Celta Vigo. Space for Jordi Alba, once again picks out a lively looking Neymar, just a bit too lively there. His ball to Suarez was cut out, and it's an Atletico looking to come forward, but that's collected easily by Sergio Roberto. Messi picks out the overlapping run of the fullback. Suarez, Rakitic, Iniesta to thread the ball through the Atletico defence. Good defending from Atletico, good control from Barca. It's back with Iniesta. Suarez links with Neymar, who's being followed by Saul and Savic. Iniesta gets the shot on target, but once again straight into the arms of Oblak. Enrique Mascherano. Rakitic. Let's not forget, last league game in this ground, Barcelona was surprisingly defeated by Deportivo Alaves, who, as I said, produced an outstanding. Display to Leganés, although Leganés again giving signs that they're not going to be a pushover for anyone this season. They side from just south of Madrid. It's Iniesta. He's looking for Alba to carry on his run. There is Jordi Alba. Messi, 4 goals in the league so far this season. Thought to be carrying a bit of a groin injury that he picked up on international duty, but he hasn't shown any real signs of it, to be fair, in the last couple of matches. And Luis Enrique hasn't needed to substitute him either, which is good news for Barca fans. Here he is, getting it out to Jordi Alba. Stabbed in, Suarez! Good defending from Godin, the two Uruguayans, obviously teammates for the country, but bitter rivals in the Camp Nou tonight. So if Barca win, they go to within just 1 point of Real Madrid. Atletico, they go 2 behind them. Messi to Andres Iniesta. Look at the organisation from Atletico again. Those 2 lines drawn across the pitch by Diego Simeone. Not much space between them, making it hard for Barca to find those little spaces that they operate so effectively between. It's against Sergio Roberto. I've got a lot in the area. It's cut out by goal. In the Camp Nou. They may be friends on the. They may work together on the international side. I don't think Uruguayans have friends on football fields that play for other teams, though. Possibly the most committed nation in terms of football. I mean that in a good way. Good pressure there from Barcelona. Winning a throw-in. Little mistake there from Kevin Gameiro, from a Sevilla forward. It's with Messi. It's good defending from Felipe Luis, but Suarez picks himself up, and Sergio Roberto, who's been seeing a lot of the ball in the early stages of the half, finds Messi, but once again Messi doesn't find the space to get his shot off. Good defending again from Atletico. It's Luis Enrique, Barca coach. Barcelona-based paper, El Mundo Deportivo, says that Luis Enrique against Cholo Simeone is a battle of philosophies, but I'm not so sure there's a massive difference in their beliefs. They both want to get the most out of their players. They both want to see their players giving everything on the pitch. Maybe Barcelona say that Simeone does exploit the vast array of attacking talent that he has available. Once again, Sergio Roberto. Piqué well into Atletico territory. Being covered by Busquets. Trying to open up the pitch, Barcelona using the fullbacks. But Atletico getting over to cover the wider players coming back, and an inside midfielder also providing cover. Both really well-worked sides. Look at that move, how Carrasco, the Atletico number 10, has just come back just to make sure that Sergio Roberto can't progress. Ball falls kindly to Messi, though, who's got past Felipe Luis, but not past Godin. Here is Kevin Gamero. Back to Antoine Griezmann. Bit of a careless ball, though, just connected by Iniesta. No dangerous play, says the referee. But the ball's cut out for a Barca throw-in. Also, you see Simeone with his assistant, the El Mono Burgos, former goalkeeper. 20 kilos ago he was, anyhow. Iniesta gets things going. Intensity, I think, is the watchword here in the Camp Nou in these first 27.5 minutes. Both sides playing at a very high physical level. Atletico working tremendously hard to keep the shape. Deny Barca those little diagonal balls, those little horizontal passes. The through balls for Neymar or Messi to run onto. Doing a good job so far. And also working really well to stop the overlaps. But this time Sergio Roberto's got past Coque. And who's there to cut out his attempted cross? Antoine Griezmann in his own penalty area. It's come now to Yannick Carrasco. Gabi stabs it out to Griezmann. Yeah, for many people, an outsider for the Ballon d'Or this year. He didn't win anything, but he was the top scorer in the European Championships, and he helped fire Atletico to third place last year and to the Champions League final. Stegen collects comfortably. The thing is about Ballon d'Or, tends to be for people who win titles, doesn't it? And there is one candidate whose side won the Champions League and whose country won the European Championship. Although I've got to be honest, I don't think he was particularly good in either of the decisive matches. In fact, he hardly played in one of them. Pressure from both sides is absolutely asphyxiating. This might well be a game that's decided by errors. the second half. I think that shows it very. Gives up his options and then punts it forward. Mascherano loses that one to Saul, but actually makes contact with the Atletico midfielder. Busquets and Griezmann. Felipe Luis. Koke. Carrasco works another shooting chance, but wide. As we pass the half hour here. Mascherano, well cut out by Godin. Atletico maybe have a little chance in front of them for the counter-attack. It's with Griezmann. He's being harried by Busquets. Goes to Felipe Luis. Incredibly, Oblak has never actually been on, well, not on the winning side against Barca. He's never had actually won a point against Barca as a player. Although, of course, it was part of that team that knocked them out of last season's Champions League. Busquets to Gerard Piqué. Jordi Alba stabs that ball across. Suarez was there, but the danger is cleared. So quickly onto that ball, Luis Suarez. Barca just found a bit more space. Jordi Alba half overruns it. He's got Juan Fran in front of him. Iniesta. And Sergi Roberto. Messi. Referee does well to get out of the way there. Once again, back with Iniesta. Appeals for handball. The referee was well positioned and doesn't give it. Probably in a better position than Luis Enrique to give it. I think it's a foul on Carrasco. Referee gave the advantage. Might have been justified in them pulling the play back. Barca fans booing. I must confess I couldn't see anything. Whether or not it was, we'll have to wait for the replay. Sergi Roberto. Let's be honest, the ball hasn't gone out of play that often here in the first 33 minutes in the Camp Nou. Still 0-0 though. And what is turning into a fascinating game. Neymar. Good work from Gameiro. Koke. Mascherano. It's Neymar again. Going nowhere. Good defending from Juan Fran, but he loses it out. Good work back from Suarez. Rakitic. It's a disappointing little ball there from Andres Iniesta. Asked Felipe Luis, will we get... No, it's not, is it? It's his lower chest, upper stomach by the looks of things. It's a good decision. Probably to the vast majority of people, it probably looked it live, to be honest. but it wasn't. Good decision from Mr. Fernandez Borbalan. Here's Neymar again. Shadowed by three players, opts to find Iniesta, who plays it across the back. Rakitic pops up on the left now. A little bit narrow there, Barcelona, but it's come back to Iniesta. Ball in, evaded everybody, even Gerard Piqué. Oh, indeed it did, but Neymar's effort just wide of the post. Or black, I think. And most members of the group, not sure if he did, but might have got a hand to it if he'd been on target. Griezmann, once again working tremendously hard, the Frenchman. It's one of these games where everyone's doing a really, really good job. But to a certain extent, maybe they're just cancelling each other out. Atletico and Barcelona both working really hard, both following their coach's tactical instructions. Barcelona doing most of the attacking, basically generally being denied by some brilliant work from Atletico in defence. Savage typifies that, gets across to nip the ball off Luis Suarez's toes. And again Rakitic. Alba's found a couple of yards of space. He's got Neymar in support. Once again though, three Atletico players. Juanfran there for the one-on-one. Gabi to close him down. I think it was Savage there to block the pullback. Every time Barca look to get down the wing, there's full back on the man, then somebody to provide cover. Didn't judge that one very well there. Jordi didn't. Iniesta, and it's given Gamero the chance to run. But there Iniesta gets back, clears and picks out Suarez. Suarez to Rakitic. Little sneak of a chance, and the referee reckons that's a free kick for Barcelona as Gabi wins the ball off Messi, but the referee says it's a foul. Not been a dirty game. Away at him, comes back to Jordi Alba. Messi dropping deep. Barcelona trying to stretch Atletico every opportunity. Will this find its reward in the second half as they've made Atletico work hard? Will it cause tiredness? Will it provoke some errors after the break? Are they thinking in terms of long-term investments here, Barca? Sergio Roberto. Messi. Oh, four players around Messi. He still nearly sneaks the ball through. Can he get there, Alba? Well blocked, brilliantly blocked by Juan Fran, and what a fine pass from Leo Messi to pick out his fullback. Spotting a range of colours, Messi. Dark hair, blonde hair, ginger beard. Fourth corner of the half of the Catalans, and it's whipped in, and this should be the first goal. It's Rakitic! Not for the first time this season. Ivan Rakitic pops up to put Barcelona into the lead. He did it in Bilbao, and he's done it in the camp against Atlético. Barcelona break the deadlock, and it's Ivan. Great ball from Iniesta. They just lose him there. It's Gabi and Savic between them. I think it's Gabi who probably should have been following the Croatian there and get there desperately. But Rakitic was season for the Croatian. It's interesting, how will Atletico react? Obviously, might mean after half-time that they will have to change their game plan. Mascherano. 71% of the ball for Barca in these opening 42 minutes. Very few clear chances, it has to be said. Really standout clear chances, but that one for Rakitic most definitely was. Just that lapse of concentration that maybe comes the end of the half, and your legs and your mind's getting tired. But there, Rakitic is dispossessed, and Griezmann has space in front of him. Antoine Griezmann. Referee tried to play the advantage, and this time he did bring the play back. It's a free kick for Atletico. You see it again, Iniesta just skips past that challenge of Gamero, maybe a little bit weak, and Rakitic, lovely little, doesn't have to do that much, does he? He's there, and they just don't pick him up. To get back on level terms before the break. Dangerous free kick. Will we see someone like Saul go for goal? Well, on the ball there's Gabi, Carrasco and Griezmann, so we really won't see Saul go for goal. Stegen, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, that'll do. Organises that wall to the millimetre almost. I wonder if Carrasco might have a pop here. Three-man wall. Clipped in by Griezmann, but it's a disappointing effort. And there's a little bit of bad temper there. Temperedness in the Barca area. So Jordi Alba having a word with Savic. I think he's accusing the Montenegrin of a bit of play acting. Check my flags. It is Montenegro good. One momentary doubt there. He is indeed Montenegrin Savic. Barcelona, 376 correct passes. That's a lot more than Atletico. Suarez Luis Suarez here. Messi comes forward. Space for Messi. Deflected into the arms of All Black. And that was a good chance for Barcelona. They just found space against that. Atlético. Ivan Rakitic's strike on 41 minutes puts Barcelona 1-0 up against Atlético Madrid. Incredibly intense first 45 minutes. I suspect the second 45 will be equally intense. We'll be back to see it after the break. very quickly out of the blocks. Didn't quite get the, didn't get any contact with it, Sergio Roberto, otherwise that could well have been 2-0, and Messi's effort, well, a combination of Savic and Saul closing him down. Atlético haven't won Barca out of the Champions. It was 2-1 to Barca in La Liga. Atletico, however, battling with 9 men for part of that game. Has to be said, both sending offs were pretty correct. Godin went, was one of them. But once again showing the competitive spirit that's been instilled in them by Diego Simeone. Is Iniesta. Looks for Suarez. Not quite been the Uruguayan's night so far for Luis Suarez. And once again, Gamero looks to get past Mascherano. He's got the beating, I was going to say, for the Frenchman for pace. Mascherano gets there, holds him back. Griezmann, well, you'd have expected him to have done a little bit better there. What they're looking for. Just weren't space there, and Griezmann will be disappointed with that. Nearly 90,000 in the camp now on a day that Luis Enrique had asked for the stands to be full. Not easy, is it, midweek? 10 o'clock kickoff. If you're working tomorrow and you've got to be in the office at 8:30 or 9, you're not going to get home before 1 o'clock, are you? But this game's just a bit more open in this second half, and that, I'm not going to say who's going to benefit most. Both sides got lots of attacking talent, but Atletico have got Griezmann and Gamero. Barca, however, have got Neymar, and there, Neymar nearly didn't quite get the decisive touch. Losing out to Jan Oblak. Barcelona are going to react very quickly. They're going to bring on Andre Gomes, signed from Valencia. I bet he's quite happy he left Valencia. At the risk of sounding cruel, Valencia becoming the first team in Spain to sack their coach, as Paco Astiaran got the boot yesterday after just 4 games in charge. 4 games which have ended in 4 defeats, it has to be said, but 9th coach, 8th coach in 4 years since Unai Emery left. Maybe Unai Emery wasn't such a bad coach after all. Busquets is the player to leave. He's carrying a knock there, Sergio Busquets. And Andre Gomes, they have a pretty ready-made replacement. Busquets due to sign a contract extension tomorrow. Doesn't look too bad, does it? But it's one of those changes where you think, he must have said something at half-time. Yeah, I'm not so sure. And Luis Enrique said, give it 5 minutes, see how it goes. And it hasn't gone well. So Andre Gomes becomes the first substitute used in this game to replace Sergio Busquets. Once again, Griezmann, as Gomes gets his first touch. Rakitic, I wonder if Rakitic might just drop a little bit deeper as well. Barcelona, Atletico coming out with a little bit more attacking intent after the break, which they needed to do. And Stegen. Neymar once again just skips half past one front, gets the throw in. Sure, they're pretty happy in the camp now today that Real Madrid, not just because Real Madrid dropped points, obviously they're always happy here if Real Madrid dropped points, but the fact that Madrid didn't beat Villarreal today meant that Zinedine Zidane's side were not able to set a new Liga record of, a bit naughty from Coque, of 17 consecutive wins. Picks up a booking, the Spain international, for that one. Wasn't particularly provocative of Neymar either, was it? And here's that chance he had. To be fair, Oblak comes out and was always there first. So, but obviously, if Madrid had beaten Villarreal, they would have won. It would have been their 17th consecutive league win, beating the record that Barca set under Pep Guardiola, which was 16 wins. Obviously, Madrid have drawn that. Well, we would say Barcelona set their record in one season. Madrid's record's been over 2 seasons, this and last season. Records, however, worth nothing unless you win titles. I mean, Madrid had a brilliant run under Ancelotti in his second season and ended up not winning. Straight down the other end. After that Atletico attack, it's Barca. Messi doesn't get past Godin. Barcelona getting a little bit more control back into this game. A bit of an anarchic start to the second half as Atletico look to pressure them. Messi, well, we mentioned in the first half he has struggled with, supposedly with a bit of a groin injury. Against Godin. They've got on the bench Barcelona players like Arda Turan, obviously the former Atletico winger, Rafinha, Denis Suarez, Paco Alcácer, obviously another arrival from Valencia. I still think Paco Alcácer would be the